Alpha Omega World Development Marshall Program, United Nations Pentagon H World Military Divine Government, and the Universal Queen of Queens Foundation Incorporated. Bureau of Central Interpol. Head Office United Nations Plaza, New York, New York 10017 USA/Rockefeller Plaza Building, 5th Avenue, New York 10020 USA. Boni North Iriteo, Nueva Vizcaya, Philippines/PO Box number 148, Lapu-Lapu City, Philippines. Bob Marcus Talanus, at gmail.com/tbmtalanus@gmail.com/White Spiritual Boy 777 @gmail.com. Vita Gian @gmx.com/ tvmtalanus @gmx.com/ Alpha Omega Archive @gmail.com. November 14th, 2016. Republic Government of the Philippines. To President Rodrigo Duterte, et al., Malacanang Palace, 1000, OCP Laurel Senior Street, San Miguel Village, Metro Manila. Telephone number 6302-536-3477. Through Director General Ronald Bato de la Rosa, et al., PNP Chief General, Epifanio de Los Santos Avenue, Quezon City, Philippines. Telephone number 6302-723-0401. CC, Her Excellency, Sarah Duterte Carpio, et al., Davao City Mayor, Room 28, City Hall Building, San Pedro Street, Davao City, 8000, Philippines. Telephone number 63-082-227-2500. From Her Royal Highness Tiburcio Villamor Marcus Tilano Tajian IV, United Nations Plaza, New York, New York 10017 USA, Rockefeller Plaza Building, 5th Avenue. New York 10020 USA, contact number. Subject printing of new currency, and implementing project of ECOSOC. Greetings, Mr. President. In reference to a letter sent to the office of the President of the Philippines dating back October 3, 2011, properly received and stamped, and to all 24 senators and few congressmen of the Philippines in October 25, 2014. Copy furnished the 1515 Chief and Associate Justices of the Supreme Court of the Philippines regarding to the renewing of SKR safekeeping receipt known as gold backup of the Philippine currency of the Central Bank of the Philippines, now BSP, that has already matured last 2005 with a 2-year moratorium ended in the year 2007. But unfortunately, because of massive and systemic corruption in our country, until today, we didn't receive any response. We would like to inform that the Philippines is already blacklisted for violating the antitrust law violation at the Bureau of Engraving and Printing Archive in France, since 2013, including 16 countries for foreign aid fraud. And being the head/chief executive of the country, it is also your main mandate and responsibility to assist the Alpha. Page 01. Omega World Development Marshall Programmed, as an institution, having the authority together with the 35 regulatory bureaus and commission worldwide, to assist every country globally in backing up every central bank in the printing of managerial paper currency, properly adjudicated, acknowledged, and logged at the archive of the Bureau of Engraving and Printing without the fear of violating any international, monetary rules of engagement and guidelines like the antitrust violation, as well as getting away from loans being financed and backed up by another country. This is to ensure that all countries globally will no longer be in a financial recession/crisis, in eliminating poverty, and with your attention and immediate action, this is now your privilege and legacy, to get credit under your administration, to stop the financial difficulty in our own country, and being a host country in the implementation of ECOSOC, Economic and Social Council, globally known as State of the International Court of Justice Chapter 9, International Economic and Social Cooperation, that was established and amended by the League of Nations during the Summit Convention in the Philippines, the Volcanic Summit Conference Manila last October 25, 1966, followed by the Ministerial Summit Conference meeting in October 4, 1976, and another summit conference held in Cancun, Mexico, dating back October 4, 1982, as agreed by the world leaders. And these are the reasons why the World Bank Group USA 2012 Final Audited Statements page 33 report states that General Owner Global Funds and Philippine Islands, people of the Philippine Islands, rate of ownership 20% to 70%. General beneficiary, people of the Philippine Islands. Minority beneficiary, people of the world. Note: these confirmed accounts are intended and directed for humanitarian and national economic and infrastructure development for the people of the Philippine Islands. 10% to 70% only, in the world 10% to 50% only, as stated herewith. A. Humanitarian Economic Development Program. 1. Livelihood Development Program. 2. Scholarship Development Program. 3. Healthcare Development Program. 4. Annuity Development Program. B. National Economic Development Program. 1. Infrastructure Development Program. 2. Agricultural Development Program. 3. Mining Development Program. 4. Industrial Development Program. The world is waiting for us, and they need us urgently, as we need you, being one of our Chancellor partner, and we the Alpha Omega World Development Mass Hall Program as the legal proponent and implementer for the economy of the world, and Her Royal Highness Tiburcio Villamor Marcos Tolano Tajian IV coded TVMLFM 666 being the sole signatory of the global asset of the royal family clan under the Code of Coranking of recognized asset nations, known as C1, C2, C19, C21, 777 flattened trust account practically deposited all over the world, maturity in the year 2005 with global funder Titular Decree number 010-22-74. OA. Her Royal Highness Tiburcio Villamor Marcos Tolano Tajian IV coded TVMLFM 666 took his oath of office at the Supreme Court of the Philippines dated August 11, 1978, through Chief Justice Fred Ruz Castro, and on March 28, 2012 the Supreme Court of the Philippines invited him again to take his oath for the second time, and was officiated and administered by Chief Justice Renato C. Corona, as a global funder and peacekeeper for humanity. Page 02. And according to Republic Act 265 established on June 15, 1948, known as an act establishing the Central Bank of the Philippines, defining its powers in the administration of the monetary and banking system, amending the pertinent provisions of the Administrative Code with respect to the currency and the Bureau of Banking, and for other purposes. The Central Bank of the Philippines was established/organized and owned by the royal family clan under the Code of Coron known as King of Recognized Asset Nations and El Banco Español Filipina de Sabal II/El Banco Español Offshore Capital DTVM/now the Banco Central ng Pilipinas- which was established by Princess Enemicia Cruz and Villamor Marcos Tagiantilano, first wife of former President Ferdinand Edaralin Marcos, who is the legal counsel of the Tagiantilano family clan, also as depositor and legal advisor of Code TVM LFM 666 known as Tiburcio Villamor Marcos Tilano Tagian IV, who gave the backup of the Central Bank of the Philippines, now BSP. Under SKR number AB 51. 263- the family deposited amounting 617,500 metric tons of AU. The 217,500 metric tons of gold, 217,500 metric tons of AU had already been exported to different countries of the world, and the 400,000 metric tons of gold, 400,000 metric tons of AU and nuggets deposited in trust in Central Bank of the Philippines for long-range investment program ended 2005. All asset commodities owned by El Banco Español Filipino Offshore Capital will be returned in good faith to TVM-LFM 666 after maturity of 2005 with update balance sheet plus 5% royalty fee starting in 1969 to 2005 up to the present and its succeeding years. The sole successor heir Tiburcio Villamor Marcos Tilano Tagian IV authorized to move, or remove the precious metal in accordance with Republic Act 26, Section 4 and bilateral minefield successor breakthrough agreement signed on 1950 by the international government. Only Tiburcio Villamor Marcos Tilano Tagian IV coded TVM-LFM 666 has discretionary powers to move, or remove the assets commodities in the year 2005, implementer of the Master Plan for Peace Development Project in the year 2007 as mandated. Upon the execution of his last will and testament, the LRC, now the LRA, under civil case number 997 of CFI branch 27 Pasay City, has incorporated to LRC/civil case number 3957-P upon the execution of the 1616 Supreme Court orders in accordance with Section 4-Republic Act 26. Tiburcio Villamor Marcos Tilano Tagian IV coded TVM-LFM 666 and now the absolute successor heir owner of all assets commodities lodged in trust in Central Bank of the Philippines, Land Bank of the Philippines, Philippine National Bank and other prime banks in the Philippines including banks around the world. Maturity 2005. Under the Declaration of Principles and State Policies. Pursuant to Section 3 and the Law of Ownership Republic Act 386 Article 426, 427 and 428, that no one shall be excused to the hammer of the law and penalty thereof. Enclosing Her Royal Highness Tiburcio Villamor Marcos Tilano Tagian IV is running 69-year-old this coming year, and the only legacy that he wanted to aim and accomplish as his mandated mission is to be settled, and to finance the Philippine government through your administration as President of the Republic, and also the whole world based on the approved plan in Resolution number 93 LV Article 55, 57, 63 and to follow the LOR letter of instruction, that he carried the burden, since birth for humanity. Also, Her Royal Highness Tiburcio Villamor Marcus Tolano IV coded TVMLFM 666 wishes to extend his thankfulness and deep appreciation to you, our beloved President, for allowing and initiating that his father, former President Ferdinand E. Marcos, be buried at the Libingan ng Mga Bayani, and if we could have a chance to talk and get some schedule for a meeting or closed-door conference between you, President Rodrigo Duterte and Her Royal Highness Tiburcio Villamor Marcus Tolano Tajian IV, is coming November 27, 2016 or sooner, before we formally launch. Page 03. The Ethereum crypto blockchain digital currency global monetary governance, to arrange and to solve once and for all the systemic problem of corruption in our country by way of demonetization of the present currency, because since 2007 there has been no backup that was authorized, and it is considered as fiat money, as well as to minimize the control of oligarch in our country. We will then print a new currency, so that the whole control is with you as the President of the Philippine Republic, in tandem/partnership with us, the global funder Aowdmp, wishing that our prayers for so many years be answered and granted by you. Thank you very much in advance, Mr. President. Mabuhay Manga Filipino. Respectfully yours. Signed, Prince Robert L. Marcus Tolano Tajian V, CEO/attorney-in-fact/Provost Marshal, Alpha Omega World Development Marshall Program and the Universal Queen of Queens Foundation Incorporated. Philippines, code name RLN012, official page www.facebook.com/Alpha Omega World. Signed, General Kenneth Yap Yu, Chief Financial Officer, Adjutant General/Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, code name KYY-017. Signed, General Melvin Louis Arellano, Ministro de Comunicaciones, Adjutant General/Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, code name MRO-026. Signed, General Eugene M. Marty Rees, Managing Director/Chaplain, Adjutant General/Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, code name EMM-007. Signed, General Jose Shepard C. Elbana, Spiritual Advisor/Chaplain, Adjutant General/Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, code name JCE-037. Signed, General Dionisio V. Teng, Chief Political Advisor, Adjutant General/Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, code name DVT-003. Signed, General Diosdado S. David, Administrative Auditor, Adjutant General/Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, code name DSD-228. Page 04. Signed, General Antonio B. Celedon, Director General, Adjutant General/Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, code name ABS-199. Signed, General Leandro A. Dienson, Director General, Adjutant General/Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, code name LAD-004. Signed, General Alfredo A. Atten, Director General, Adjutant General/Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, code name AAA-006. Signed, General Robert Alachica, Chief Operation Officer/Attorney-in-fact, Adjutant General/Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, code name RRL-013. Instructed and conformed by. Signed, Her Royal Highness Tiburcio Villamor Marcus Tolano Gian IV, successor heir of OCTT-01-4/TCTT 408, T498/Hacienda Filipina Archipelago, United Nations, 7-star Governor General, Coran Sol Signatory, Code Name, TVMLSN 666. U.S. Treasury ID, IC 60, 847, 9. Titular Decree Number 01-0-22-7408. Federal Reserve System ID Number C60, 84, 79. Global Funder Trilateral Number 54, 32, 11. 01, 10. Co-Chairman, the Committee of 300, Member, G20 to 23, H World LSM Alpha Omega, Member of the Board, Trilateral Commission, Chairman, El Banco Esperol de Filipino de Esabel II, World Chairman, Alpha Omega Global Mars Hall Program, Member. The International Security Council of United Nations. The omnipotent creator Alpha Omega World Governance is the main umbrella of United Nations Organization, the Pentagon, the World Bank, the International Monetary Fund, the International Finance Corporation, and invisible governance liable to the outbreak of civilization, is the backbone of nations worldwide responsible to all global diplomacy, tradings, commerce, banking, communication, and open businesses, either multi, macro or micro transbusiness. Origin of funds AAA, MCD, 777, Infinite account, established under White Spiritual Boy, Spiritual Wonder Boy, Morning Star and King David. RSBLP 12-00-05-BRSBLP 10. Company name, RSBLP Group of Companies and Bank of RSBLP. Audited statements are approved forever, and without due opposition, protest and other negative mean by the United Nations organizations, the Committee of 300 and the World Bank Group. For further information visit www.icj-sij.org/www.icc.org/www.fatf-gafi.org. Alpha Omega World Development Mars Hall Program, United Nations Pentagon H World Military Divine Government, and the Universal Queen of Queens Foundation Incorporated. Bureau of Central Interpol. Head Office United Nations Plaza, New York, New York 10017 USA/Rockefeller Plaza Building, 5th Avenue, New York 10020 USA. Boni North Iriteo, Nueva Vizcaya, Philippines/P.O. Box number 148, Lapu-Lapu City, Philippines. Bob Macostolano at gmx.com/tvmtalanus@zgmail.com/ Bob Macostolano at yahoo.com/whitespiritualboy777@gmail.com. Vita Gian at gmx.com/tvmtalanus@gmx.com/alphaomegachive@gmail.com. Date, October 11th, 2016. To Republic Government of the Philippines, through His Excellency, Rodrigo Duterte, et al., President, Malacanang Complex JP Laurel Street, San Miguel, Manila 1005. To His Excellency, Aowdmp Tanco Jr., et al., Central Bank Governor, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, Mabini Street Corner Pia Campo Street, Malati Manila Philippines 1004, telephone number 632-708-7701. To His Excellency, Carlos Domingos III, et al., Finance Minister, DOF Building, BSP Complex Rojas Boulevard, 1004, Metro Manila, Philippines. To Her Excellency Miss Lourdes Soaparagiri, et al., UN Ambassador, Permanent Mission of the Republic of the Philippines to the United Nations, 556 Fifth Avenue, New York, New York 10036. Phone, area code 212-764-1300. Copy furnished all the leaders/head of the 35 international regulatory bureaus and commissions. Subject, the Global Monetary Summit Convention and formal signing of the Global Monetary Reset. Greetings to all Majesties, Highness, Excellencies and Honorable. The time has come, since the 1950 bilateral minefield breakthrough successor agreement, that was approved by the world leaders, that has already matured. It is now our time to implement the global monetary reset, and with this you are all invited to attend, and be a part on this monumental task, and participate on this global act as the recipient beneficiaries on this upcoming monumental event, that will be held in the podium of United Nations General Assembly this coming January 10th to 20th, 2017. This world-class event being sponsored by the following commissions such as UNIDO, UNHCR, WHO, UNCTAD and United Nations as a whole, with the embodiment of UN ECOSOC as the umbrella council together with Alpha Omega World Development Marshall Program as the implementer. Being the head of your respective country, you are obligated and mandated to be a part on this affair as we value and need your presence, your inputs, your assistance, your suggestions, your participation, your donations and contributions mandatory, being a key actor on the success of this world-class act, in marshalling the global restructuring, and formatting and the global monetary reset of the stimulus gold backup of the global monetary zone of central banks for another 30 years. Page 01. And with this, as head government, your country has to be a co-sponsor on this momentous event, as this is all for your advantage, having that sovereign guarantee backing up your country's central bank in the printing of managerial paper currency properly adjudicated, acknowledged, and logged at the archive of the Bureau of Engraving, and printing without the fear of violating any international monetary rules of engagement and guidelines, like the antitrust violation, as well as getting away from loans being financed and back up by another country. This is now your chance to be a part on this upcoming global event. So book your calendar on this special date and send in your shared donations and contributions on top of the participation fee, as soon as possible, being a co-sponsor of the event, and bear witness the significance on this occasion and the presence of all world leaders. This is also a prelude on the implementation of the new world legal order called Freedom and Free Enterprise, as well as the full implementation of UN ECOSOC Article 55 program, the National/Global Infrastructure Development. The formal signing of the bilateral trilateral global loan agreement will be done during the event with the international regulatory bureaus and commissions such as 1. Central Intelligence Agency, Pentagon CIA. 2. The Committee of 300. 3. The World Bank Group of USA. 4. The United Nations Organization. 5. The Trilateral Commissions. 6. The World Health Organization WHO. 7. The United States Supreme Court. 8. The Bilderberg Organizations. 9. The U.S. Treasury. 10. The 13 Federal Reserve System. 11. The Bank Governor of the Federal Reserve System. 12. The Financial Action Task Force FATF. 13. The International Monetary Fund IMF. 14. The G-20-23 nations. 15. The Nasdaq National Association Security Dealers Amex. 16. The APEC, Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation. 17. The OPEC, Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. 18. The ECB, European Central Banks. 19. The UN Development Programme UNDP. 20. The UNIDO, United Nations Industrial Development Organization. 21. The Bank for International Settlement BIS. 22. The International Security Council UN. 23. The BRICS organizations Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. 24. The Vatican Caritas Mission. 25. Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth Alexandra Mary Elizabeth II, Queen of England. 26. The UNHCR, United Nations High Commission of Refugees. 27. The International Court of Justice ICJ. 28. The International Criminal Court ICC. 29. The UNCTAD United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. 30. The International Chamber Commerce of 600. 31. Supreme Court of the Philippines. 32. His Majesty King Juan Carlos I and Queen Sofia of Spain. 33. Monetary System of Central Bank of the Philippines BSP. 34. Securities and Exchange Commission Philippines SEC. 35. International Bureau of Central Interpol, IBCI. Page 02. We need your reply and your response as soon as possible, as we don't want to see any country that will be left out nor left behind, and will not be assisted. It is your responsibility and obligation to participate as a key player in this global stimulus goal backup, so that your country will no longer be in a financial recession/crisis. In eliminating poverty, this is now your privilege to stop the financial difficulty of your own country. So, please get involved and get in touch. Failure on your part will mean that you are not willing, nor be a part of the global monetary stimulus backup reset. And to those who wishes to further collaborate with the chairman of Alpha Omega World Development Marshall Program, Her Royal Highness Tiburcio Villamor Marcus Delano Tagien IV with code name TVMLFM666. Sole/owner/sole signatory of the global assets under the Code of Quarantine of Recognized Asset Nations. Please feel free to connect with his mobile numbers stated above at the header. As we await on your commitment and positive response, as soon as possible. Thank you very much. Respectfully yours. Signed, Prince Robert Lizamarcus Delano Tagien V, CEO/attorney-in-fact/Provost Marshal, Alpha Omega World Development Marshall Program and the Universal Queen of Queens Foundation Incorporated. Philippines. Codename RLN012. Official page www.facebook.com/alpha-romega-world. Signed, General Kenneth Yapu, Chief Financial Officer, Adjutant General/Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, Codename, KYY-017. Signed, General Melvin Louis Arellano, Ministro de Comunicaciones, Adjutant General/Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, Codename, MRO-026. Signed, General Eugene M. Marty Rees, Managing Director/Chaplain, Adjutant General/Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, Codename, EMM-007. Signed, General Jose Shepard C. Elbana, Spiritual Advisor/Chaplain, Adjutant General/Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, Codename, JCE-037. Signed, General Dionisio V. Teng, Chief Political Advisor, Adjutant General/Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, Codename, DVT-003. Signed, General Diosdado S. David, Administrative Auditor, Adjutant General/Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, Codename, DSD-228. Page 03. Signed, General Antonio B. Celedon, Director General, Adjutant General/Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, Codename ABS-199. Signed, General Leandro A. Dienson, Director General, Adjutant General/Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, Codename LAD-004. Conformed by. Signed, Her Royal Highness Tiburcio Villamor Marcus Tilano Tajian IV, Successor Heir of OCTT-01-4/TCTT 408-T498/Hacienda Filipina Archipelago, United Nations, 7-star Governor General, Coran Sol Signatory, Codename, TVMLSM 666. U.S. Treasury ID, IC 60-847-9, Titular Decree Number 01-0-22-7408, Federal Reserve System ID Number C60-84-79, Global Funded Trilateral Number 54-32-11. 01-10. Co-Chairman, the Committee of 300, Member, G20 to 23, H World LSM Alpha Omega, Member of the Board, Trilateral Commission, Chairman, El Banco Esperol de Filipino de Esabel II, World Chairman, Alpha Omega Global Mars Hall Program, Member. The International Security Council of United Nations. Origin of Funds AANCD 777, Infinite Account, established under White Spiritual Boy, Spiritual Wonder Boy, Morning Star and King David, RSBLP-12-0005-BRSBLP 10 Company Name ASBLP Group of Companies and Bank of ASBLP. Audited statements are approved forever, and without due opposition, protest and other negative mean by the United Nations organizations, the Committee of 300 and the World Bank Group. For further information visit www.icj-cij.org/www.icc.org/www.fatf-gafi.org. Page 04. Alpha Omega World Development Mars Hall Program, United Nations Pentagon Age World Military Divine Government, and the Universal Queen of Queens Foundation Incorporated. Bureau of Central Interpol. Head Office United Nations Plaza, New York, New York 10017 USA/Rockefeller Plaza Building, 5th Avenue, New York 10020 USA. Boni North Iriteo, Nueva Vizcaya, Philippines/PO Box number 148, Lapu-Lapu City, Philippines. Bob Marcus Talanus, at gmail.com/tvmtalanus@gmail.com/White Spiritual Boy 777 @gmail.com. Vita Gian at gmx.com/ tvmtalanus @gmx.com/ Alpha Omega Archive @gmail.com. August 31st, 2016. To President Rodrigo Duterte, et al., Malacanang Palace, 1000, OCP Laurel Senior Street, San Miguel Village, Metro Manila. Phone 02-536-3477. From Aowdmp Villamor Marcus Talano to GN IV, United Nations Plaza, New York, New York 10017 USA, Rockefeller Plaza Building, 5th Avenue, New York 10020 USA. Contact number. Subject: Implementation of the National Economic Development Infrastructure Program for the Philippines/courtesy visit per barcode number, RE16, 21, 391 in Malacanang Palace. Greetings, Mr. President. With reference to letters sent to President Benigno Simienci Aquino III dated November 12, 2010/November 30th, 2010/December 20th, 2011/January 14th, 2011/February 4th, 2011/April 20th, 2011/October 28th, 2011/October 3rd, 2014, and to all senators dated February 6, 2013 concerning the National Economic Development and Infrastructure Programs, but unfortunately we didn't receive any response from the office of the President. First, that Alpha Omega World Development Mars Hall Program, a legacy of the Talano, Tigian, Cruzan, Villamor, Diaz, Boquiap, Marcus Movement for a Better World global program aims to provide economic humanitarian development assistance to the Philippines and various countries all over the world. To support the program, the institution has several special trust deposits and flat accounts globally in which the authorized signatory and sole successor heir owner is Her Royal Highness Tiburcio Villamor Marcus Talano to GN IV coded TVMLFM 666. Second, that in the bilateral minefield breakthrough successor agreement flat and trust account signed in the year 1950, wherein our Fourth Republic of the Philippine President Honorable Sergio F. Osmeña and our Sixth President Honorable Elpidio Aquino, former Chairman of the Board of Governors Central Bank of the Philippines, Miguel Cuaderno Sr. and International Communities, were among the signatories. Maturity in the year 2005 with 5-year moratorium, and in accordance to Republic Act No. 26. Section 4, The 50-year gold reserve trust deposits will only be withdrawn by the last successor/heir of the King of Recognized Asset Nations Koran, Her Royal Highness Tiburcio Villamor Marcus with Titular Decree 01-022-740A, Kingfisher Farnest Harbor King. In ABA 777 AAAMCDWVNCCD Philanthropist, 7th White Stallion SGDC1C2C19C-21-777-El Banco Espinal. Filipino Diezable II. Sole signatory/successor heir/owner of Hacienda Filipina Archipelago covered by original certificate of title OCTT-01-4 and ECTT 408 and ECTT 498. Page 01. Third, that the accounts bankrolled by Koran, King of Recognized Asset Nations to various central banks worldwide including our own Banco Central ng Pilipinas has already matured last 2007, and must be renewed. In relation to this, please be advised that the gold reserve at the vault of our own central bank, which amounts to 400,000 metric tons, AU as backup of the Philippine currency, cannot be used as a backup or sovereign guarantee or loan guarantee without prior agreement with the Regulatory Commission and Bureau's antitrust violation of monetary system of central banks rules, wherein there are 17 countries that have been blacklisted by France for foreign aid fraud since 2013. For violating the antitrust law for engraving and printing archive including Philippines. Furthermore, instruction is hereby given concerning interest on deposited quantity of this 400,000 metric tons metal gold AU with the El Banco Espinal Filipino Diezable II El Banco Espinal Offshore Capital, now the Banco Central ng Pilipinas with FKR number AB51263. With details as follows. 1950 to 1974 /1% interest, 1975 to 2012 /5% interest. Total aggregate interest estimated to be around $777 billion, more or less, is now to be disbursed accordingly. A. 70% for Economic Development Infrastructure and Social Welfare Administration Fund for the Filipino people. B. 30% for the Alpha Omega World Development Mars Hall Program, and for the Universal Queen of Queens Foundation Incorporated as a legal implementer proponent of ECOSOC. In line with the maturity in the year 2005 of the loan backup agreements to the Global Monetary Zone, and to central banks worldwide, trust and flat accounts have to be restructured, merged, reinvested, moved, or removed. Wishing to carry out the instructions to finance the Economic and Social Cultural Council ECOSOC, based on the approved plans and resolutions number 93 LV Article 555763 adopted under Resolution number 3442 of 1979 under Economic Zone of UNCTAD v General Assembly, known as International Law of the Sea, Law of Treaties and Law of Redeemer, Resolution number 3362 SV2-4 of 1974. I hereby write to express Alpha Omega Global Mars Hall Program's readiness to assist in whatever capacity, in order to carry out the spirit and the intent of the said resolutions. Under the rules of law, established by the International Court of Justice under Aowdmp US 277 US 438, Those who violated the mutual agreement is punishable in the International Court of Justice, Paris, France, and subject Foreclosure and Operation Embargo Act 1807 under the banking law of bailment. Pursuant to the United Nations Charter, Resolutions 108 and 109, and under the Authority Resolution No. 93 LV adopted by the Trusteeship Council Convention in accordance with Article 55 providing for the establishment of the ECOSOC 2005 Economic and Social Project, the Alpha Omega World Development Marshall Program and the Universal Queen of Queens Foundation Incorporated, with UNIDO, UNCTAD, WHO, and UNHCR, has been designated for the purpose of implementing the World Peace Stimulus and Economic Development Marshall Program. Page 02. In guideline with this procedure, be informed that these rules and laws are in conformity with the following agreement, treaties and all gents. 1. Central Intelligence Agency Pentagon CIA. 2. The Committee of 300. 3. The World Bank Group of USA. 4. The United Nations Organization. 5. The Trilateral Commissions. 6. The World Health Organization WHO. 7. The United States Supreme Court. 8. The Bilderberg Organizations. 9. The U.S. Treasury. 10. The 1313 Federal Reserve System. 11. The Bank Governor of the Federal Reserve System. 12. The Financial Action Task Force FATF. 13. The International Monetary Fund IMF. 14. The G-20-23 nations. 15. The Nasdaq National Association Security Dealers, AMEX. 16. The APEC, Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation. 17. The OPEC, Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. 18. The ECB, European Central Banks. 19. The UN Development Programme UNDP. 20. The UNIDO, United Nations Industrial Development Organization. 21. The Bank for International Settlement BIS. 22. The International Security Council UN. 23. The BRICS organizations Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. 24. The Vatican Caritas Mission. 25. Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth Alexandra Mary Elizabetha, Second Queen of England. 26. The UNHCR, United Nations High Commission on Refugees. 27. The International Court of Justice. 28. The International Criminal Court. 29. The UNCTAD, United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. 30. The International Chamber Commerce of 600. 31. Supreme Court of the Philippines. 32. His Majesty King Juan Carlos I and Queen Sofia of Spain. 33. International Bureau of Central Interpol. 34. Securities and Exchange Commission, Philippines SEC. In view thereof, please be informed that we have a special trust deposits account in the Philippine National Bank as Trust Asset Deposit with reconfirmation of custodial safekeeping receipts from account code TVMLFM666ABL777AAAMCD Gold Platinum. Trust account code NCCD trust account number 50. 23, 40, 71 amounting to US dollars 930 billion maturity year 2005. Certifies of depositor in trust deposit dated October 14, 1983 with transaction code NCD-R RR-60, 23, 40, 71, Special Trust Deposit Custodial Safekeeping Receipts, reconfirmation of custodial safekeeping receipts as integral part from the original SKR login. Banco Central and Aowdmp Filipinas, copy attached. Further, we are sharing an amount of $200 billion or more from the special trust deposits that will go to the Filipino people, and we will be implemented by way of national economic development and massive infrastructure programs. This will initially support projects already in the pipeline for implementation of the government covering 2016 to 2017 like housing projects etc. The said project will cover all aspects of development such as, but limited to environmental, economic, educational, infrastructure, health, security, banking, technology, and social services. Wishing to set an appointment with President Rodrigo Duterte on September 1st to 10th, 2016 at Malacanang Palace, Manila. The following are some of the agenda such as 1. Demonetization of the Philippine peso. 2. Global monetary reset of the different currencies around the world. Page 03. 3. 176 golden lily sites. 4. The 400,000 metric tons AU backup of Philippine currency, that has already matured or expired in the year 2007. 5. ECOSOC implementation program globally, and Philippines as a host country. 6. Class suit, re. Central bank money printing of peso and US dollar, to be filed by the Solicitor General. 7. Who will be the Consul General for Washington? 8. West Philippine Sea issue. 9. North Borneo or Sabah issue. 10. Abolish the PCGG. 11. Military hardware upgrade. Apache and rescue helicopters. Fighter planes. C-130 cargo planes. Coast Guard cutters. Hospital ship. APCs. Tanks. Missile defense system, night vision capability, etc. 12. Construction of new international airport. Seaport and logistics hub along the coastline of Sangley Point. Reclamation project. 13. Construction of a bullet train going to Clark Air Base Pampanga, Visayas and Mindanao areas. The Alpha Omega is ready, willing and able to address and implement the Global Economic Development Marshall Programme for our country, and we will fully support all your endeavors in uplifting the lives of the Filipino people. Thank you and God bless. Hope to hear from you and a positive and supportive response at the soonest possible time. Respectfully yours. Signed, Prince Robert L. Marcus Tolano to GN V. COO/Attorney-in-Fact/Provost Marshal, Alpha Omega World Development Marshall Program, and the Universal Queen of Queens Foundation Incorporated. Philippines. Codename RLM012. Official page www.facebook.com/Alpha-Omega-World. Signed, General Kenneth Yapu, Chief Financial Officer, Adjutant General/Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, Codename, KYY-017. Signed, General Melvin Louis Arellano, Ministro de Comunicaciones, Adjutant General/Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, Codename, MRO-026. Signed, General Eugene M. Marty Rees, Managing Director/Chaplain, Adjutant General/Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, Codename, EMM-007. Signed, General Jose Shepard C. Elbiner, Spiritual Advisor / Chaplain, Adjutant General / Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, Codename, JCE-037. Page 04. Signed, General Dionisio V. Teng, Chief Political Advisor, Adjutant General / Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, Codename, DVT-003. Signed, General Diosdado S. David, Administrative Auditor, Adjutant General / Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, Codename, DSD-228. Signed, General Antonio B. Celadon, Director General, Adjutant General / Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, Codename ABS-199. Signed, General Leandro A. Dienson, Director General, Adjutant General / Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, Codename LAD-004. Signed, General Marialas Q. Bolivar, Director General, Adjutant General / Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, Codename, MLB-210. Signed, General Alfredo A. Atten, Director General, Adjutant General / Mandate Trustee, Provost Marshal, Codename AAA-006. Conformed by. Signed, Her Royal Highness Tiburcio Villamor Marcus Tolano Gian IV, Successor Heir of OCTT-01-4/TCTT 408, T498/Hacienda Filipina Archipelago, United Nations, 7-star Governor General, Coran Sol Signatory, Codename, TVMLSN 666. U.S. Treasury ID, IC 60-847-9, Titular Decree Number 010-22-7408, Federal Reserve System ID Number C60-84-79, Global Funder Trilateral Number 54-32-11. 01-10, Co-Chairman, the Committee of 300, Member, G20-23, H World LSM Alpha Omega, Member of the Board, Trilateral Commission, Chairman, El Banco Esperol de Filipino Diezabal II, World Chairman, Alpha Omega Global Mars Hall Program, Member. The International Security Council of United Nations. Origin of Funds AAMCD 777, Infinite Account, established under White Spiritual Boy, Spiritual Wonder Boy, Morning Star and King David, RSBLP-120005-BRSBLP 10 Company Name ASBLP Group of Companies and Bank of ASBLP. Audited statements are approved forever, and without due opposition, protest and other negative mean by the United Nations organizations, the Committee of 300 and the World Bank Group. For further information visit www.icj-cij.org/www.icc.org/www.fatf-gafi.org. Page 05.